Part 34. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Cha Xiao. Chapter 331. Brother Wang ran. Amanda said the sandstorm is approaching. Let's see if we can try harder to rush past, or do we find a place to hide first? John Kuazu's voice came from the walkie-talkie. Amantha, that group, that female zombie. Then let's hide first. Anyway, if we're not in a hurry, safety comes first. Wang Ran replied. According to the time, when I arrived on the coast of Somalia, the Missouri might not be there. All you need to do is to go slowly, no need to take risks. Led by the car in front, the group found a rocky place. The back of the rocky ground is just right to avoid sandstorms. After the car was parked against the rock wall, Wang Ran jumped out of the car. Not far away, a black dust storm is rapidly approaching. Uncle, why don't we go to the sandstorm and try it? Tang Tang started her ghost idea again. You're exaggerating a bit. Aren't you afraid of being scratched by sand? Wang Ran rolled Tang Tang's eyes. This entry and exit will definitely be stained with a lot of sand. All right. That's still in the car. Tang Tang sighed. I have tried it in the sky, I have tried it in the sea, and it seems that there are no new scenes to try. Space. It seems that with the current state of the Earth, there is no chance of going up. Lin Lai lit a cigarette and walked to Wang Ran's side. No smoking, comrade Wang Ran. Lin Lai handed over a cigarette. Yo, Huazi. It seems that Baidu's treatment is good. But I don't smoke, you keep it? Wang Ran declined. By the way, comrade Wang Ran, how old are you this year? Lin Lai asked with a smile. Me? I'm 25, what's wrong? Wang Ran was a little dazed, and Lin Lai asked why. Fortune teller? 25? Not bad, only 3 years older than Lin Shuang. Do you like sweet bean curd or salted bean curd? Lin Lai continued to ask. Xian Duhua, I said that you are idle and bored to find a topic to talk about. Wang Ran looked at Lin Lai helplessly. Even if he was chatting, he didn't want to chat with a big man. The salted bean curd is good, the salted bean curd is good, the same taste as my daughter. It looks like you can communicate more in the future. Lin Lai said with a smile. I'm going, can this be a deadly relationship? Wang Ran's face twitched. Lin Lai is here to pimp his daughter. Wang Ran glanced at Lin Shuang, who was not far away. To be honest, Lin Shuang is good looking, has a very compact body, and has the heroic spirit of a soldier. But well, it's just that my knowledge is a little shallow, and I haven't suffered too many external blows. Dad, what are you talking about? Hey, are you smoking again? Kill it for me. Lin Shuang came over and pinched off Huazi from Lin Lai's hand. Lin Lai looked distressed. Let's hurry up and find a way to get rid of my daughter, otherwise I won't be able to smoke properly in the future. It's a pity that the girls around Wang Ran are all beautiful and strong. My own daughter has no advantage at all. Hey! At this time, a shadow suddenly appeared in the sand and drove towards the rocky ground. Team Lin, brother Wang Ran, it seems like a car is approaching. Zhang Kuazu put down the telescope and shouted. It is estimated that it is also to avoid the sandstorm. If you're polite, just leave them alive. Wang Ran said lightly. This is not a peaceful time. In the desert, a little water and food can make one's head smashed, not to mention that Wang Ran and the others are full of 3 carts of supplies. If the other party has any bad thoughts, just kill him without talking nonsense. Soon, the shadow passed through the wind and sand and approached the rocky ground. This is a modified bulky truck with a lot of armor on the outside of the compartment, which looks very strong. The truck stopped next to the cars of Wang Ran and others. The door opened, and a dark-skinned, Short-haired woman jumped out of the car. She looked at Wang Ran and the others with vigilance. Wang Ran was also looking at her. Both sides are judging whether the other will act aggressively. Hello, do you smoke? Lin Lai wanted to break the deadlock. Thanks. The short-haired woman was not polite, and took Hwaza from Lin Lai's hands. After smelling it carefully, she lightly lit the cigarette and took a deep breath. The short-haired woman let out a long breath, and the exhaustion on her face was swept away. Where are you going? Asked the short-haired woman. We're going to the coast of Somalia. Lin Lai replied with a smile. Is Somalia? It's a good place for human beings to live over there. However, it's still a little dangerous to get there. The short-haired woman exhaled and said. She is evading pursuit, and to go to Somalia, she must climb over a plateau. And it was from there that she escaped. My name is Karen. From the looks of you, you are Chinese, right? After the end, I rarely see Chinese people. If you are going to Somalia, you must pay attention to the plateau. There is a white-haired zombie occupying it, which is very dangerous for humans. Karen reminded. Wang Ran and these people seemed to be quite friendly, and when she asked her to smoke again, she expressed her kindness by the way. White-haired zombie, corpse emperor. Lin Lai smiled. Now, he was very calm when he heard the corpse emperor. With Wang Ran here, what is the corpse emperor? Don't be careless, that guy. Very scary. Karen's expression instantly became solemn. At this time, there was a sudden movement from Karen's truck compartment. Karen ran over immediately. Not long after, Karen came to Lin Lai again. Excuse me, may I ask you, do you have any excess water? Karen asked. Water? Lin Lai looked at Wang Ran. Wang Ran still had to make up his mind about these matters. Wang Ran shrugged, looking indifferent. They loaded a car full of water, which was completely enough before reaching the coastline. If Lin Lai wanted to do good deeds to win the favor of others, Wang Ran had no problem. Lin Lai opened the trunk of the car and took a 1-liter bottle of water and gave it to Karen. Ah! Thank you. Seeing this large bottle of water, Karen's eyes suddenly lit up. You know, in the desert, it is already very happy to drink 2 or 3 sips of water a day. Karen gave herself a few gulps, then quickly climbed into the compartment of her van with the bottle. There must be someone in her carriage, and there must be more than one. Wang Ran said lightly beside Lin Lai. It doesn't look like a bad guy. It's probably a survivor in the desert. Lin Lai still has a good impression of Karen. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 332. Not long after Karen entered the carriage, 2 more shadows were approaching in the direction of the sandstorm. Not good. They're chasing. Karen jumped out of the car with a solemn expression and a hint of fear on her face. She knew that those guys must be chasing after him. You hurry up and hide, don't be implicated by me. As Karen spoke, she took out a pair of iron fists and put it on her hand, ready to fight. She seems to be in trouble. Lin Lai looked at Wang Ran. After all, they are smokers who have smoked together, and Lin Lai still has a good impression of Karen. At this time, would you like to help? Lin Lai was very confused. You can figure it out, it's a matter of hands-on anyway. Wang Ran shrugged. How powerful the small fish and shrimp in this desert can be, it is estimated that Lin Lai does not need to do it himself, just Zhang Qiaozu can do it. Lin Lai nodded, took out the iron finger tiger, and was ready to fight at any time. Soon, the 2 shadows rushed out of the sand screen and came to the crowd. These are 2 off-road vehicles with white spray paint on their hoods and spiked crash beams in front of them. The door opened, and several thin, pale-faced mutant zombies jumped down. Karen, finally let us get you. Dad is very disappointed with your actions. Are you going back with us obediently, or let us break our legs and take them back? The headed red-eyed zombie said coldly. Go back. I will never go back. Karen gritted her teeth and clenched her fists. When the red-eyed zombie mentioned his father, Karen's body trembled obviously, and it seemed that he was very afraid of this father. Then don't blame us for being rude. Yo, how many humans are there? Tisk tisk tisk, how many more blood packs can I get? Dad will be very happy this time. The corners of the red-eyed zombie's mouth couldn't help but rise. They were just passing by. It's none of their business. Karen gritted her teeth. Lin Lai gave her water and smoke, and she still liked them very much and didn't want to implicate them. Passing by. Ha ha. As long as it happens, there is no reason to let it go. Karen, you used to be Dad's capable man, why are you so soft-hearted now? The red-eyed zombie stretched out its claws and slowly walked towards Karen. Friends over there, you. Karen originally wanted to remind Wang Ran and Lin Lai that they hurry up. But the dust storm was coming, and there seemed to be nowhere to escape. Karen gritted her teeth and guarded the front of the van, not daring to move even half a minute. You guys, get out of here. Otherwise don't blame me for being rude. Lin Lai stood in front of Karen. The aura of the Northern War God was released at once. Karen felt like a wall was erected in front of her, and she felt very secure. This man, so strong. This human. It's not easy to deal with. The red-eyed zombie frowned. The momentum released by Lin Lai was very powerful, which made him feel a sense of crisis. The red-eyed zombie is very tangled inside. The ruthless words have been released just now. If you turn around and leave now, it will be too shameless. How can you take your younger brother in the future? Besides, the sandstorm has already arrived, and it is suitable to hide here for a few kilometers. There is nowhere to go if you want to go. Must stay here. But to fight or not? If you fight, you may not fight. I think you are just two of you. We have a lot of people, so we won't take advantage of you. Wait until the dust storm is over. The red-eyed zombie made an excuse to say. Karen and these people really seem to have just met by chance. After the sandstorm passes and they part ways, she will have a chance to start. This time the number is almost there. Do you think you can hurry up? Wang Ran walked behind Lin Lai with the girls and smiled at the red-eyed zombie. Corpse King. 2. The red-eyed zombie was shocked. If there was urine, he must have been scared to pee on the spot. 2 corpse emperors, how dare he do it? Ha ha ha, I was just joking before. Sister Karen, everyone, don't take it seriously. The red-eyed zombie immediately persuaded. Only people who can't think of it will die at this time to save face. Karen was stunned. Corpse Emperor? She looked back at Suzuao and Lin Momo. These 2 girls who look soft and weak, are they the Corpse Emperor? She thought she was a non-mainstream girl with dyed hair. Zombies can't be wrong about their sense of the same kind. Since the red-eyed zombie said so, then these 2 must be the Corpse Emperors. I didn't expect it. You can meet the Corpse Emperor just by hiding from a sandstorm. However, they looked very friendly, unlike the old man. Karen, how do you deal with these guys? Lin Lai asked back. He knew that even if they didn't fight now, once the sandstorm was over, they would definitely continue to trouble Karen. It is impossible for me to follow Karen all the time. Let me see. Karen frowned. She thought the same as Lin Lai, if she didn't solve them now, it would be troublesome when the sandstorm passed. Sister Karen. Don't be impulsive. We're just doing a mission and eating a meal. There's no need to kill them all, right? I won't go back if it's a big deal, don't kill me. The red-eyed zombie put down his face and quickly begged for mercy. Yes, Sister Karen, we have no grievances, there is no need to work hard. Sister Karen, do you remember, I cleaned your shoes before. The younger brothers behind the red-eyed zombie also began to beg. It's not that I don't trust you, but I have to be a little bit more secure. Well, you all speak ill of Dad. Karen took out a mobile phone and turned on the shooting function. The red-eyed zombie was shocked. This trick is cruel. The old man is ruthless and cruel. No matter whether he is forced or not, as long as he dares to speak ill of his father, he will be a death. Well, in order to survive for now, let's talk. The big deal is really not going back. Daddy, this guy, Jill, is short, younger than a 3-year-old. Dad likes to pick booger, and after picking it, it will be stuffed in his mouth. Dad is actually bald, and his hair is all glued on. Zombies, you say one sentence to me, for fear that you won't say enough. Add more. Long lost pie time. Tang Meng was a cultivator of the Fuzuan school, and was sent to Japan by his master. Etc. Didn't you let me catch the demon? How did you become a teacher? Female students and female teachers are all coming up. Hello. Don't get so close to me if you are afraid, I can hardly breathe. Mixing in Japan as a teacher. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Da Cha Xiao. Chapter 333. Karen nodded in satisfaction. With this clip in hand, she won't worry about these guys messing around. Mr. Lin, you are relatively strong, so I will keep this phone with you. If anything happens to me, please give this phone to a corpse emperor called Dad when you are passing through the highlands. Karen handed the phone to Lin Lai. Okay, no problem. Lin Lai nodded and took the phone. How many of you, Dad only sent you out to arrest me this time? Karen asked. It's not really. This time you took away more than a dozen blood packs that Dad likes most, and Dad was furious. We're just the vanguard. Dad, he personally brought a large army to arrest you. It is estimated that he will come after the sandstorm passes. Sister Karen, you can't escape. The red-eyed zombie said with a sigh. Now his situation is similar to Karen's, what a terrible word. Dad personally leads the team. Karen's face changed. Dad has a huge motorcade, if this is dispatched in person, he really has nowhere to escape. Isn't it a corpse emperor, what is there to be afraid of? Lin Lai comforted him by the side. With Wang Ran here, Lin Lai's confidence became very strong. He's not an ordinary corpse emperor. You should know that in this world, there are not many mutant zombies and awakened people. If the mutant zombies want to keep getting stronger, they need to eat a lot of awakeners, and the higher the awakeners level, the better the effect. In normal places, after the mutant zombies have eaten the awakened, their strength begins to stagnate. But Daddy is different. He controls all the water sources and food nearby, and he keeps a large number of mutant zombies and awakened people in captivity. Most of the awakened are treated as blood packs. They don't lack food and drink, but they need to bleed frequently for the mutant zombies such as Dad. Over time, Dad's strength has become very terrifying. Before, there was a corpse emperor who took a fancy to Dad's site and wanted to seize it, but Dad was easily killed by himself. The corpse emperor and the corpse emperor are also very different in strength. Karen said solemnly. My words, because I was reliable, I was entrusted with important tasks by my father, and I escaped the fate of being a blood bag. However, I really couldn't stand it anymore, so I ran away with these blood bags. In the compartment of the truck, there are more than a dozen blood bags that are the most important for Dad. Most of them are level 4 to level 5 awakeners, but now they are so weak that they can't even beat the silver-eyed zombies. Karen sighed and stepped forward to open the compartment door. Awakened with slender bodies and pale faces climbed out of the carriage. Several of them were still teenagers. Judging from their weak appearance, a lot of blood should have been shed. Get them some food. Wang Ran said to Lin Momo beside him. There is a lot of food in the car, and I can't finish it when I get to the coastline. It's okay to divide it out. Lin Momo and Suziao brought some food from the car and distributed it to the poor awakened ones. Thank you. The awakened people took the food and nodded in thanks. But they are not in a hurry to eat. After all, their weakness is not caused by starvation. Karen, the sandstorm will pass soon, what are your plans after that? Lin Lai asked. Karen gritted her teeth, not knowing what to do. Dad's motorcade is huge, and it's not difficult to cast a net in the desert to find people. My car's oil is also limited, so I can't escape very far. Or, kill them directly to their nest. Wang Ran suggested it. This scene is very similar to a movie he has seen. In such a situation that the elites are exhausted, the nest must be empty. As long as the old nest is taken down, it will be hard to talk about whoever speaks. Kill to the nest. It's really okay. The terrain of the nest is complex, easy to defend and difficult to attack. As long as you take it down, you don't have to be afraid of Dad. Karen's eyes lit up. This is too risky. The old nest is indeed easy to defend and difficult to attack, so how do we attack it? The red-eyed zombie wiped the sweat from his forehead. Do you still need to attack? You can just go in and cheat to open the door. Wang Ran smiled slightly. The red-eyed zombie was shocked and aggrieved. Are you really being treated as an errand? But his control is in the hands of others. If he is seen by the old man, it will definitely be a dead end. All right. In front of reality, the red-eyed zombie could only nod his head. In this case, we can easily take down Daddy's lair. Karen patted her thigh happily. Hey, why are you patting my thigh? Lin Lai rubbed his legs. If you want to pat yourself, what's the point of patting the leg of the person next to you? Wang Ran smiled and said nothing. He always felt that something would happen to Lin Lai and this Karen. It's a pity that there is a big light bulb called Lin Chuang next to Lin Lai. One more question. If we go back, we will definitely meet Dad's convoy on the road. What about this? Karen asked with a frown. Or hide in the trunk of our car. Food and water are enough anyway, you can throw some away to make room. Look at these guys are skinny, we have no problem with 5 people in a trunk. Wang Ran suggested. Well, that's the only way it can be. Karen nodded. The target of the truck is too obvious, it will be discovered at a glance, and it must not be driven. When the sandstorm is over, you can find some younger brothers and continue to drive the truck and your car to the west. You can take the Lin team's car, there is enough space. Wang Ran instructed the red-eyed zombie. Yes. The red-eyed zombie nodded again and again. He also saw that in this team, Wang Ran's words had the most weight, and he did not dare to neglect. After a few cigarettes, the dust storm finally passed. The awakens crowded into the trunks of 3 cars according to Wang Ran's previous arrangement. Although the posture is not very comfortable, in order to survive, they have no complaints. The younger brothers of the red-eyed zombies drove the truck and the 2 cars they came from, and continued to run west to attract attention. Everything was ready, Wang Ran's 3 cars started heading east. Half an hour later, Wang Ran saw a lot of dust rising in the distance. All units pay attention, there may be a team of zombie fathers ahead. Prepare for a fight, if they want to fight, they can solve it on the spot, if they don't fight, it's better, save some effort. Wang Ran used the walkie-talkie to convey the news to the car behind. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 334. The desert is filled with yellow sand. A huge convoy of hundreds of cars is galloping. The car was loaded with zombies with shaved heads, all of them brandishing weapons and roaring all the way. On the roof of one of the cars, a sofa was welded, and on the sofa sat a zombie with white hair and beard, which was the zombie father. Dad. There are 3 cars passing by in front of us on the left. It looks like a human is driving the car. Need a wave? A smoky makeup boy in the next car yelled. Need not. Our target is Karen and the blood pack. Don't waste time on ants. There's a rocky field ahead, and I guess they were there just now to avoid the sandstorm. Hurry up and catch up. Dad yelled. The convoy let go of the 3 passing cars and continued to move forward. In less than half an hour, the team arrived at the rocky land. Dad jumped off the roof of the car. Dad, someone stayed here not long ago. I turned over a few cigarette butts. It may be left by the 3 cars that passed by just now. A younger brother reported. Well, a few humans, don't worry about them. Look to see if there are any traces left by Karen and the others. Dad ordered. The younger brothers searched carefully. Dad. We found a strange thing. Come and see. A little brother rushed over in a panic. Dad frowned and followed. Look, Dad, there are actually several buckets of water, several buckets of oil, and some food here. This is not normal. It's impossible for humans to drop these things in the desert. The younger brother looked puzzled. These things are huge. Why did they throw away? What do you want to put in to clear the space? Not good. Dad suddenly woke up. Everyone, turn around immediately. Back to the old nest. Dad quickly rushed back to the roof. Damn, Karen, you slick little. Want to raid my lair? The old man said through gritted teeth, his eyes full of anger. The convoy turned around and rushed towards the direction from which it came. Wang Ran and others finally walked out of the desert and came to a canyon. Follow the canyon, cross the plateau, and drive more than 1,000 kilometers to the coast of Somalia. It's here. This canyon is easy to defend and difficult to attack, and the location is very good. You must be careful. Karen reminded in the car behind. Wang Ran glanced up. Sure enough, there are many sentries in the high places, and they are all equipped with weapons. It looks like it must have a sniper rifle. If you attack hard, it is really easy to damage a lot. That who, it's time for you to play. Don't think about going up and not coming out. Wang Ran beat the red-eyed zombies. I know. Guaranteed to complete the mission. However, are you sending a big guy to accompany me in? Dad is gone, and his 3 sons must be left to watch the nest. I am not a rival. The red-eyed zombie said. Then I'll go with you. Wang Ran got out of the car and moved his muscles. The red-eyed zombie was overjoyed and brought Wang Ran to the elevator. Put the table. I'm back. The red-eyed zombie shouted at the top. A head stuck out above, and after confirming the identity of the red-eyed zombie, he slowly put down the elevator. Wang Ran and the red-eyed zombie stood up, and the lift platform began to slowly rise. Wang Ran took a closer look and saw that the lift platform should be operated purely manually. Don't think about it, there must be a lot of hard workers on the top of the plate. Before long, the lift platform came to a large platform. A dwarf red-eyed zombie greeted him. Green, weren't you sent by Dad to find Karen? Why did you come back so early? Asked the dwarf red-eyed zombie. I came back earlier. The red-eyed zombie Green made a random excuse. Anything? What's the matter? Who is this guy? The dwarf red-eyed zombie glanced at Wang Ran with a puzzled look on his face. This is... Green looked at Wang Ran and winked. The meaning is obvious, this guy, kill him. Ask so many questions, don't bother. Let me make it up. Wang Ran smiled, raised his foot, and stepped on the head of the dwarf red-eyed zombie into his chest. Green was shocked and almost urinated. It's so terrifying, I can trample a red-eyed zombie to death with one foot. Dad is not so cruel. There are two more, right? Lead the way. Wang Ran wiped the blood on his feet with the clothes of the dwarf red-eyed zombie. Yes, you come with me. Green did not dare to neglect, and immediately took Wang Ran to the depths of the nest. Along the way, Wang Ran saw many humans. Most of them are level 1 and level 2 awakeners with shackles on their bodies. It seems that they are all hard workers here. It may be because the level is too low, they are not even qualified to make blood packs. Lucky or unfortunate, I don't know. Under the leadership of Green, Wang Ran came to the stone house on the edge of the cliff. The view here is very good, you can directly see the desert in the distance. It seems to be the residence of the upper class. Green. Didn't you go out to find Karen? Why did you come back? A pair of twin red-eyed zombies came out of the stone house. Just the two of them? Wang Ran asked indifferently. Yes, kill them, I can have the final say here. Green nodded desperately. Kill us? What do you mean, Green? You betrayed Dad. The twins suddenly became alert, and the claws slowly stretched out. However, in the face of absolute power, no amount of preparation is of any use. Wang Ran slapped the heads of the two red-eyed zombies with the first two slaps. Although Green had seen it once, he still shivered with fright. Okay, put them all in quickly. Wang Ran said lightly. Ah. Yes. Green Chicken nodded as if pecking at rice. The next thing is much easier. The elites here are all out, and the remaining 3 red-eyed zombies are also dead. Green quickly grasped the control of the place. Under the operation of human coolies, the heavy iron gate at the bottom of the canyon finally opened slowly. The 3 cars drove in smoothly. There are only 2 ways to get through the canyon. One is the lift platform, and the other is the big iron gate below. If it weren't for someone inside, it would be really difficult to pass smoothly. Sure enough, it's an easy place to defend. Now, relying on the hundreds of human slaves and weapons in the old nest, even if the father kills him, he doesn't need to worry. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 335. As soon as Karen came in, she freed all human slaves. The shackles were removed from their bodies. Of course, these shackles are not for nothing. More than 100 mutant zombies in the old nest are honored to inherit these shackles. This place has officially become the base of human conversation. Several, thank you so much. If it weren't for you, our end would definitely be different. Karen thanked her from the bottom of her heart. You're welcome, everyone is human, and it's right to help each other. Lin Lai thought about it and handed the whole package of waza to Karen. Mr. Lin, do you want to stay here for one night? It's getting dark, and it's quite dangerous to drive at night. Karen looked at Lin Lai's eyes with a different kind of brilliance. Ah, this. Lin Lai looked at Wang Ran. Well, she was right. The terrain of the plateau is complicated, and you may fall into the ditch when you drive at night. Then stay for one night. Wang Ran understood Karen's eyes. She wanted to get in touch with Lin Lai more to see if there were any opportunities for development. Anyway, if you are not in a hurry, just stay one night for one night. Hearing Wang Ran's words, Karen's face showed a long-lost smile. Sister Karen, it's not good. Dad brought someone back to kill. An awakened person staggered over and said. What? So fast? Shouldn't they be chasing them all the way out? Get ready to defend. Karen ordered immediately. Dad came too fast and didn't give her time to set up defense at all. Now we can only go to each defense point as soon as possible to arrange guards. Outside the canyon, hundreds of cars stopped. A large number of headlights and searchlights illuminate the entire canyon. Dad sat on the roof and looked up coldly. He appeared, and no one shouted his name, which means that his old nest has been taken down. My 3 sons are probably also. Karen, you are great. You dare to me off. The old man crushed the armrest of the sofa with his bare hands. Father, what should we do now? Attack? A younger brother asked. Storm. He. This is my territory, and of course there are some secrets that only I know. If you want to get in, there are not only these 2 ways. A sinister smile appeared on Dad's pale face. You, pick 10 zombies with red eyes and follow me. Others attack from the front and get their attention. After saying that, Dad jumped out of the car, took out a metal vest, and put it on. Daddy is daddy. I don't know what their expressions will be when they see Dad leading someone to break through from the inside. Ha ha ha. The younger brother touted happily. Soon, hundreds of mutant zombies attacked the iron gate and the rock wall. Several tank zombies slammed the iron gate tirelessly. Some of the nimble ones climbed along the rock wall. The human side also launched a counterattack. A large number of boulders fell from a height and smashed into the zombies in front of the iron gate. Those climbing zombies are also hit by bullets from time to time. For a while, the zombies were quite passive. However, due to insufficient preparations on the human side, a period of intermission soon appeared. The zombies took the opportunity to intensify their attack. At this time, Dad personally took 10 red-eyed zombies and drilled through an inconspicuous little hole. Sister Karen. The stones are in a hurry. Sister Karen. Several mutant zombies have crawled in. Platform 2 for help. The human side was not fully prepared, and the scene was once very chaotic. Fortunately, Lin Lai has command experience, and he took command from Karen with his aura and strength. Under the command of Lin Lai, the human side finally found the rhythm and repelled the first wave of the zombies' attack. Karen would sneak a few glances at Lin Lai from time to time. This Chinese man is really charming. The zombies retreated for a distance, and the human side finally breathed a sigh of relief. Karen looked down with the binoculars, and suddenly felt a bad feeling. Oops! Dad's not here. Karen was shocked. Dad is a man of many tricks. This time is not below, then there is only one possibility. He has a secret path that no one else knows about. And it's already been killed. Sister Karen. It's not good. Dad got someone out of nowhere. We've had more than a dozen brothers killed. A blood-covered awakener crawled towards Karen. Where are they? Karen asked with red eyes. This place is indestructible, and I thought it could stop Dad smoothly. I didn't expect this old guy to have a secret way. Careless. Where they are storing gold. We can't stop them, they are too strong. The younger brother wiped the blood from his forehead. Grass. Hold on here, I'll go take a look. Karen took the weapon and rushed to the vault. Lin Lai was afraid that she was in danger and followed closely. Let's go take a look too. Wang Ran walked slowly forward. Uncle, why are we walking so slowly? Tang Tang asked curiously. Didn't you see the little eyes that Karen looked at Lin Lai? She must be interested in Lin Lai. If we go too fast, then they won't have that kind of opportunity to bond in a crisis. Wang Ran explained. I see. Tang Tang suddenly realized. Or the uncle has a routine. Wait a minute. You said that girl has a crush on my dad. Lin Chuang was shocked by the side. It doesn't make sense. Even if you want to see it, it is also because of Wang Ran. My father, who is almost 50 years old, how can he attract people? Looking at you like this, you've never been in love. Well, I advise you not to get involved. Emotional matters, let them handle it themselves. Wang Ran reminded. Ah, this. Lin Chuang was a little confused. Although her mother was gone, she still couldn't accept her father's relationship with a young woman all at once. I haven't even talked about it yet. Dad, this is the second spring? A bit too much. The confused Lin Chuang followed Wang Ran and his group, and walked slowly to the vault. At the door of the vault, Lin Lai was holding Karen for breath, and it seemed that both of them were slightly injured. Opposite the two was an old white-haired man with several red-eyed zombies behind him. The zombie old man is probably the father in their mouths. It looks quite energetic, and it seems that he usually drinks the blood of the 4th and 5th level awakeners. Add more. Pi time is up. The life of a young man is destined by others from the moment of his birth, destined to be in the exchange of interests, destined to be imprisoned for a lifetime, destined to be in a state of panic and will be dealt with at any time for the sake of the overall situation. A life like this is definitely not what he wants. For this reason, he killed his teachers, escaped from prison, and broke through the cage. Kill demons, kill people, and save people. Take down a gang, destroy another gang. Relying on Ananda's sword and Dingnan's sword, he walked out of a river of blood and bones and mountains. After he has done all the good and bad people, the young man makes a decision. He wants to become the villain's great national teacher and use his own power to subvert this world that is not pleasing to the eye. Rebel Grandmaster. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 336. Karen, do you think you can deal with me with some help? You're still too naive. Dad sneered. Just now, he and Lin Lai played against each other. This Lin Lai is indeed the strongest human being he has ever seen, but unfortunately there is still a little gap with him. Now there are a few more humans, it is estimated that it is just like that, and it can't make any waves. However, the two corpse emperors next to Wang Ran made my father a little worried. After all, it is the corpse emperor, and the strength is placed there. Even if the strength of the father is stronger than the general corpse emperor, a pair of two still has to pay a price. Karen looked back and saw Wang Ran, and her heart instantly felt much more at ease. Lin Lai had briefly mentioned Wang Ran's strength to her, and it was said that the corpse emperor was scum in front of him. No wonder the two corpse queens behaved like rabbits beside him. You go to rest later. Kill these guys earlier and finish the meal earlier. Wang Ran simply moved his hands and feet. Human, you are too arrogant. Are you sure you won't let those two corpse emperors deal with me together? Dad looked at Wang Ran and said coldly. The same is true of the man with good skills just now. He wanted to show off in front of women, but he was injured. Tisk tisk tisk, do you think that you are powerful after drinking so much awakened blood? You can't imagine what my little follower usually drinks. I can just pull out a small follower, and I can torture you. If it wasn't for an early dinner, I wouldn't be too lazy to do it myself. Wang Ran walked forward as he spoke. Dad was stunned. The self-confidence of this human being doesn't seem like it's pretending. Does he really have such terrifying strength? You two, go up and try him. For the sake of safety, the father said to the two younger brothers behind him. The two little brothers nodded and rushed towards Wang Ran. Wang Ran stretched out his hand directly, grabbed the heads of the two red-eyed zombies and slammed them into the middle. The two heads were directly smashed like watermelons, and the brains were scattered on the ground. This. Dad was flustered. Wang Ran's shot just now seemed random, but no matter in terms of speed or angle, it was unavoidable. Dad guessed that if he were himself, he might not be able to escape. This human. Horrible. Human, we have something to say. Look at the vault in the back, I have a lot of gold. How about I give you half? Dad wants to buy Wang Ran. Half? I'm sorry, I want all of it. Wang Ran suddenly accelerated and rushed in front of his father. Dad panicked and just wanted to step back, but found himself unable to move. This. The old man looked down and found that a blood hole had been ripped open in his chest, and Wang Ran had pulled out several pieces of his spine. The metal vest on his body did not provide any protection at all. Fake. Dad's eyes went black and he fell straight down. The old man who has been on one side for a long time is so cold. Immediately afterwards, Wang Ran glanced at the remaining red-eyed zombies. One by one, they shrank into a ball like rabbits, not daring to look directly into Wang Ran's eyes. This kind of strength gap can't be escaped by running, so just give up resistance. How do these guys deal with it? Would you like to kill? Wang Ran looked back at Karen. Hearing what Wang Ran said, these red-eyed zombies were all shocked. Sister Karen. Forgive me. We had a good relationship before. Please, don't kill me. The red-eyed zombies knelt on the ground and begged. I won't kill you. I can't sleep at night. Karen sighed. Who knows how many secret passages there are here? If they bring someone in at night, it will be a little unhappy. After Karen finished speaking, these red-eyed zombies showed expressions of despair. Little rain, clear the field. Wang Ran left without looking back. Su Xiao stretched out her sharp claws and slowly walked towards these red-eyed zombies. The zombie attack was completely dismantled. Some low-level zombies that survived outside the canyon also drove away. A grand banquet was held at the base. Wang Ran and his party naturally became the guests of honor. The survivors turned over to serfs and sang, and toasted Wang Ran and others one by one. Ah, that's not good. I've had more than 100 cups. Lin Lai was a little dizzy and wanted to refuse. Oh, it's okay, you see how enthusiastic they are, you can drink a little. Anyway, it's your command that made them defend the canyon. Wang Ran encouraged him. Karen's eyes. Wang Ran has seen it clearly. She won't give up if she doesn't get Lin Lai drunk today. However, we are all drunk, what should we do if the enemy attacks at night? Lin Lai was a little worried. Don't worry, my two little servants didn't drink, they will take turns leading the team to watch the night. Wang Ran said with a smile. Ah, well then. Seeing Wang Ran say this, Lin Lai completely dispelled his worries and drank with confidence. Since guarding the northern capital, he has never been so relaxed. When the mind is relaxed, people tend to get drunk. Lin Lai floated a little after drinking. Wang Ran gave Karen a look, Karen understood in seconds, and immediately helped Lin Lai out of the banquet hall. Hey, where's my dad? Lin Chuang asked curiously when she found that her father was gone. Your dad is happy. Would you like to be happy too? Tang Tang smiled maliciously on the side. Huh? Happy? How are you happy? Lin Chuang was a little puzzled. Happy, just. Tang Tang whispered a few words to Lin Chuang's ear. Lin Chuang's face and ears instantly turned red. This is too much. I wouldn't do such a thing. Wait a minute, you said my dad he. Lin Chuang was shocked. My father is happy, isn't it just? I don't even have a boyfriend. Dad is starting the second spring? Too much. Lin Chuang gloomily took a sip of wine. In a cheerful atmosphere, the banquet ended in the middle of the night. Tang Tang and Lin Chuang were both drunk, but Tang Tang was still a little conscious, and helped Lin Chuang back to the room. Xiao and Momo had never drunk, and were arranged by Wang Ran to take turns to watch the night. When Wang Ran returned to the room, he found Tang Tang and Lin Chuang on the bed. This guy Tang Tang, think about it and know what the she is playing. Wang Ran looked at Lin Chuang who had been cleaned up and smiled helplessly. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 337. Unfortunately, Wang Ran didn't have any special affection for Lin Chuang. He is also past the age where he wants to rush when he sees beautiful women. Although Lin Chuang's perfect body was displayed in front of Wang Ran's eyes, Wang Ran had no intention of attacking her. After all, everyone is still unfamiliar, and there will be unnecessary troubles when they fall asleep. Or Tang Tang. Wang Ran skillfully turned on the switch of Tang Tang. After a while of running in, the room was filled with a strong hormonal smell. Lin Chuang suddenly opened his eyes. This sound. Is it next to? Lin Chuang was shocked, but did not dare to move. So embarrassing. Just pretend to sleep. A few seconds later, Lin Chuang was shocked again. How could you be here? And, what about your own clothes? Could it be that? Lin Chuang felt her body carefully, it was intact. Lin Chuang breathed a sigh of relief. After thinking about it carefully, Lin Chuang remembered it. It seems that Tang Tang helped her back to the room, and then took off her clothes. Wang Ran really didn't do anything to her. This made Lin Chuang feel a little better for Wang Ran. However, Lin Chuang is in great pain right now. The call of Tang Tang next to him became louder and louder, and the sound of collision began to carry the sound of water. Lin Chuang's face was flushed to the root of her neck, and her body began to heat up. There was a fierce battle just a few centimeters away from him, which made Lin Chuang, who had never been in love, bear it. A few hours later, it was dawn. The battle is finally over. Wang Ran and Tang Tang got dressed and went out for breakfast. Lin Chuang got up from the bed with dark circles under her eyes. After enduring it all night, Lin Chuang's body stiffened. It's too much, you don't even sleep. Lin Chuang put on her clothes with tears in her eyes. This encounter probably left a lot of shadows on her. Outside the restaurant, Lin Lai squatted on the ground and smoked silently. He had already completely remembered what happened last night. He and Karen collapsed a stone house. The battle lasted up to 10 hours. Looking back, the process was pretty good, but Lin Lai always felt that he couldn't pass the level in his heart. Drunkenness, for Lin Lai, who has always been serious, it is very serious. Team Lin, are you depressed too? Zhang Qiaozu squatted beside Lin Lai and also lit a cigarette. Hey, I always feel sorry for Karen. Lin Lai sighed. Hey, why are you frowning? Lin Lai looked at Zhang Qiaozu and asked. Me? I drank too much last night. Results and Amanda. Zhang Qiaozu wiped away his tears. Zhang Qiaozu wanted to cry when he thought of Amanda's arms that were thicker than his thighs. Oh, that's pretty miserable. Lin Lai thought about it and felt that he was much luckier than Zhang Qiaozu. Team Lin, don't tell my wife. Zhang Qiaozu winked at Lin Lai. If his wife finds out about this, he will have to break a leg when he goes back. Don't worry, I understand you. Lin Lai patted Zhang Qiaozu on the shoulder. At this time, Karen walked towards the two of them. Team Lin, I have something to do, I'll go first. Zhang Qiaozu ran away knowingly. Karen, I'm sorry about what happened last night. I drank too much and couldn't control it. Lin Lai humbly apologized. Oh, don't take it to heart. After all, I took the initiative for 8 of the 10 hours last night. Karen touched Lin Lai's chest. Last night, she was very satisfied. Ah, this. Lin Lai didn't know what to say, there was always a feeling of being scolded. No money yet. Are you leaving today? Karen asked sadly. Well, your side should be able to stabilize. After all, we have a task at hand, and we still have to rush back as soon as possible. Lin Lai said with a sigh. For some reason, there was a trace of reluctance in his heart. Okay, then you remember to come here to see me when you are free. Karen's arms wrapped directly around Lin Lai's neck. Lin Lai was stunned for a while, then he gritted his teeth and kissed him. The two gnawed at each other. This scene happened to be seen by Lin Chuang, who was passing by. Lin Chuang was shocked. My own father actually, has such a side. He must have fought all night last night. Thinking of this, Lin Chuang fled. At the end of breakfast time, Wang Ran and others got together with Karen. Say goodbye, they are leaving. By the way, Mr. Wang Ran, you said before that you would take all the gold in the vault, but I already had someone load the car for you. There are several tons, and several off-road vehicles are loaded. Food and water are enough for you to get to the coast. Karen said politely. Wang Ran helped her a lot last night, and she naturally wanted to repay her. Well, there's a lot to explore here. Team Lin, you should come often in the future. Wang Ran took advantage of people, so naturally he had to make some effort. Ah, this. Lin Lai didn't know what to explore here. Except for Karen. But he also explored for 10 hours last night, and he had explored all the places that should be explored. Hey, why did I start thinking about this again? Lin Lai immediately bit the tip of his tongue to wake himself up a little. Okay, then let's stop it. Wang Ran and Karen said hello and led the crowd towards the car. This time there are 5 vehicles in total, so the personnel will naturally have to be reassigned. Amanda refused to be separated from Zhang Qiaozu, so they had to be arranged in the lead car. Lin Lai and Lin Chuang each drove one, and Tang Tang was also arranged to drive because he enjoyed the benefits last night. Wang Ran wanted to feed Su Xiao and Lin Momo in turn, so the 3 of them sat in one car. After making arrangements, the convoy set off towards the southeast. The terrain of the plateau is rough, and the car has been bumping along the way, which makes Xiao and Momo very happy. Along the way, no one encountered anything. 5 days later, the convoy finally approached the coast of Somalia. In this area, a large number of human beings survived, forming a long survivor-survival belt along the coast. Wang Ran's motorcade attracted the attention of local survivors. Be careful, everyone here is in the pirate business before the end. They are fully armed and equipped to kill without blinking an eye. Don't show your wealth. The guide Amanda reminded. Wang Ran nodded. He knew that the pirates in this area had better weapons than the navy of some countries. In addition, the people here are good, even if the zombies are killed, they can run into the sea and kill them. No wonder so many survived. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 338. Right now, before the Missouri arrived, Wang Ran decided to keep a low profile. The group parked the car in the square of the seaside village. Hey, outsider. Want to stay in a hotel? 1 gram of gold per room, women and food are charged separately. If you want to be exciting, there is also a casino here. A black man came over and asked. It seems that the good local living environment has also allowed various industries to flourish. Brother Wang Ran, what do you think? Zhang Qiaozu turned around and asked. Then stay for a while. After a few days of playing here, the boat will arrive. Wang Ran said with a smile. Okay, then you show us the way. We want 4 rooms. Zhang Qiaozu thought about it and said it. Good boss. Come with me. The black man grinned, showing his white teeth. Led by the black man, the convoy drove to a shanty town. Bosses, this is it. The black man said with a smile. Are you kidding me? You call this a hotel? Zhang Qiaozu frowned. It is as dilapidated as the slums here, and the simple shacks are expected to collapse after 2 earthquakes. Boss, our buildings here are like this. This is already the best. Look next door, their house doesn't even have a roof. The black man grinned. Okay, here it is. We like quietness, don't disturb us if it's okay. Wang Ran grabbed a small piece of gold and threw it away. The black man took the gold and examined it with his teeth, his eyes full of joy. This small piece must weigh more than 10 grams. A few bosses can just call my name when they have something to do. My name is Sanji. The black man took the gold and jumped away. It's a bit shabby here, but it seems that the folk customs are quite simple. Lin Chuang said with a smile. Simple folk. Just wait and see, it won't be long before someone comes to test us. At that time, remember to start with a heavier hand, and try to shock them at once. Wang Ran walked into one of the rooms as he spoke. Try. Will someone really come to test it? Lin Chuang was stunned. Listen to Comrade Wang Ran, that's right. Lin Lai patted his daughter on the shoulder. These are valuable social experiences. After a few minutes, a group of people swayed to the front of the shed. One of the strong men stepped forward and tried to look into the car. What are you doing? Lin Chuang stopped drinking immediately. There's something wrong with your car. I'll help you see. The strong man said that he was going to pull the door. It seems that they are eyeing the supplies in the car. Wang Ran is right. Lin Chuang's eyes turned cold. Combining the previous experience in the small town near Cairo, Lin Chuang quickly realized what to do. A dagger flew straight out, hitting the strong man's throat. The strong man pulled out the dagger in shock. Blood sprayed the entire door red. It didn't take long for the strong man to fall to the ground. His accomplice looked at Lin Chuang and knew that this woman was not easy to mess with, so they planned to leave directly. Lin Chuang suddenly remembered Wang Ran's words. Start a little harder and try to shock them at once. Lin Chuang felt that what Wang Ran said made sense. If the deterrence is not in place, this trouble will continue. Don't go. Leave me a finger all. Lin Chuang said coldly. Woman, don't go too far. A black man with dreadlocks came out. In his opinion, Lin Chuang does have some strength, and he is unwilling to take tough ideas. But if Lin Chuang asked him to keep his fingers, it would be different. For face and fingers, it is still necessary to fight. Lin Chuang smiled and stepped forward. Before the black man could react, Lin Chuang made a strong move and knocked him out. The black man flew out dozens of meters, directly knocked down a wooden house, and never stood up again. Everyone else was shocked. This black man has the strength of a fourth-level awakener. Can't resist someone else's trick? Too terrifying. They took out their knives one after another, and cut off their little fingers reluctantly. Compared with the fingers and life, of course, life is more important. After dropping a finger on the ground, the group fled. Lin Chuang nodded with satisfaction. It seems to have shocked them. What Wang Ran said was right, this is how you should treat people with simple folk customs. Thinking of Wang Ran, Lin Chuang thought of the battle that lasted until dawn last night. The sound and smell of the battle seemed to still surround him, making Lin Chuang blush all of a sudden. Disgusting. Lin Chuang stomped his feet and got into the car. Although those people were deterred, there was still one person left to watch the supplies outside. In the room, Wang Ran was lying on Lin Momo's elastic air cushion, and Su Xiao was stepping on her back with her long legs. Master, you said that gold is so useful wherever it goes. Lin Momo asked while massaging Wang Ran's shoulder. It is estimated that the whole world knows the effect of gold on the awakened. But when it comes to gold, I have heard a saying. There are studies that say that gold cannot be produced on Earth, and even the entire solar system cannot produce gold by itself. Ancient buildings like the pyramids were left by aliens and used to call people on Earth to help collect gold. Wang Ran said with a smile. What do the aliens want gold for, awakening? Lin Momo was a little confused. Maybe it really is. Wang Ran adjusted the position of the air cushion. Lin Momo blushed, and quickly put the matter of gold aside. The cabin is relatively fragile, and the three of them move very carefully. A few hours later, Lin Chuang suddenly pushed in the door. Seeing the scene in front of her, Lin Chuang instantly froze in place. I said it wasn't enough for you to listen to it all night, do you want to peek at it? You won't knock on the door when you enter the house. Wang Ran rolled her eyes at Lin Chuang. What? Lin Chuang's face instantly turned red. He hadn't slept all night, and he actually knew. Are you pretending to be sleeping so poorly? It's so embarrassing. You're in a hurry, what's the matter? Wang Ran asked while putting on his clothes. Ah, that. Sanchi said there are several restaurants across the square that are already open. Are we going to have something to eat? Lin Chuang asked. All right. It's also good to have a taste of the local specialties. Xiao, Momo, you two are optimistic about the cars outside. Wang Ran rubbed their heads. They should have had enough to eat just now, and it was just right to stay and watch the house. Don't worry, master. Lin Momo rolled his tongue and ate the little left over from the corner of his mouth. Add more. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 339. Seeing this picture, Lin Chuang suddenly thought of something. The girls around Wang Ran are all terrifyingly strong. Could it be because they ate? Isn't it? Lin Chuang couldn't believe it. My own guess is indeed a bit too bold. Or take some time to secretly ask Tang Tang. Wang Ran got dressed and went outside the house. Lin Lai and Zhang Qiaozu were smoking and chatting outside. Brother Wang Ran, let's go and have dinner. Zhang Qiaozu dropped his cigarette and approached Wang Ran. Brother Wang Ran, let me ask you something. Zhang Qiaozu looked around and lowered his voice. You have experience in this matter, so I can only ask you. What are you talking about with the female zombies? If there is no protective measures, will it have any effect on the bodies of both parties? Zhang Qiaozu asked with some embarrassment. Since the crazy night with Amanda, Zhang Qiaozu has always had a little pimple in his heart. Oh, you said this. Don't worry, it's all right. Also, if you don't have protective measures with the female zombies, you can still strengthen your strength. Wang Ran said with a smile. On this point, Wang Ran did not talk nonsense. Awakens can indeed become stronger by exchanging bodily fluids with zombies. It's just that the efficiency of others is not as perverted as Wang Ran. Damn it, it can still be like this. Zhang Qiaozu was shocked. It's no wonder that I feel in good spirits when I wake up today, there is such a reason. What? Wang Ran and the girls around him are so strong, could it be because of this? Right? It sure is. It makes sense. Zhang Qiaozu was as excited as he was discovering a new continent. All the small guilt in my heart was suppressed by the thought of improving my strength. Only by becoming stronger can you better protect your family. Everything I do with the female zombies is for my family. Thinking of this, Zhang Qiaozu felt much more comfortable. Wang Ran and his party came to the square before. There are stalls all over the square. Some sell grilled fish and meat, and some sell daily necessities and weapons. Very lively. The common currency here is gold. As long as there is gold, you can enjoy the same treatment as an emperor here. Wang Ran found a place with a store and sat down. Immediately, a waiter greeted me warmly. Sir, what would you like to eat? We have several packages here. I recommend the one with 2 grams of gold per person, which is very suitable for your identity. The waiter said with a smile. Okay, let's have 5 copies of this. Wang Ran nodded. I got a few tons of gold from Karen myself, not bad money. Soon, the waiters brought the food one after another. The food here is basically grilled and full of aroma. Wang Ran was very satisfied with what he ate, and directly threw out a golden lump of more than 10 grams. It includes meals and consumption. The waiter knelt down in excitement. Sir, if you need to be happy after you finish eating, I can help you lead the way. The waiter knelt on the ground and said respectfully. Wang Ran made a lot of money, of course he had to serve well. Happy? What projects do you have here? Wang Ran asked. Look, sir, this is along the coastline, and it's a place for entertainment at night. There is a red light at the door, you can massage, you can, you know. If you have enough money, female zombies and awakeners can serve you. The ones with light signs are all casinos. If you want to play two-handed, I suggest you go to a slightly larger casino. If you win, you can take your money away smoothly. In addition, there are smoke halls, foot baths, basically, there are service places you can think of. The waiter introduced it very carefully. Old Zhang, how is it, do you want to go to the place with the red light to play? Wang Ran asked with a smile. No, no, no. I'll just have Amanda. For Amanda, I can only count as a physical cheating. If I go to the red light district and see a good-looking female zombie, then I am mentally cheating, and I am so sorry for my wife. Zhang Qiaozi quickly waved his hand to refuse. For him, the zombie movement is all about improving strength, but there can be no enjoyment in it. Where's Team Lin? Do you want to experience it? Working with zombies can improve your strength. Wang Ran flickered to Lin Lai. Yes, yes, brother Wang Ran is right. Team Lin, we have to report this project to the organization after we go back. It can really improve our strength. Zhang Qiaozi assisted by the side. Ah, this. Lin Lai was stunned. He is a decent man. What happened after drinking with Karen this time? He has broken his own way of doing things, and now he has to go to the zombies. This is a bit too much. Dad. You have to hold on. Lin Chuang reminded. My father and that Karen, after thinking about it, Lin Chuang can still accept it. And zombies? Lin Chuang didn't dare to think about it. Yes, I'm not that kind of person. Lin Lai coughed a few times. After this trip, he always felt that his perfect and tall image had undergone some changes. Must keep it up. I'm going to go to the casino. Who of you is interested in going together? Wang Ran asked. Casino. Take a look with me. Lin Chuang was interested. When she was a child, she grew up watching The Gambler and The Gambler. It is a pity that there is no such environment in China for her to experience. Now that she has a chance, she really wants to join in the fun. Waiter, I'm going to the casino, lead the way. Wang Ran threw a few grams of gold nuggets in the past. The waiter excitedly took the golden letter and led the way in front. After Wang Ran left, Lin Lai lit a cigarette for himself and Zhang Qiaozi. Old Zhang. What you said just now, can you really improve your strength by working with female zombies? Lin Lai asked curiously. As the god of war in the northern capital, he spent most of his time thinking about how to become stronger. Now, his strength has reached a bottleneck, and there is no way to break through to the 8th level. This annoyed him very much. Can the movement of love become stronger? Real or fake? Team Lin, I really didn't lie to you about this. After a night of tossing with Amanda last night, my strength has greatly increased. I feel that in one more night, I will be able to break through to level 6. This method is really reliable. Zhang Qiaozi patted his chest and said. Ah, this. Lin Lai looked at the red light bulbs not far away, and his heart was a little shaken. I am doing the experiment myself for the safety of the people of Baidu. Lin Lai convinced himself in his heart. Add more. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 340. Only by experiencing it for yourself will you know how well it works. If it is really reliable, this method must be vigorously promoted in the country. Old Zhang, do you have any gold on you? Lin Lai asked with a blushing face. Team Lin, I only have such a piece with me. You can save it, don't choose too expensive. John Kuazu stuffed a 50-gram gold bar to Lin Lai. Don't worry, I will keep this matter a secret from Lin Chuang. Don't tell my wife about me and Amanda, Team Lin. John Kuazu gave Lin Lai a look. The two shook hands and said nothing. Wang Ran, Tang Tang and Lin Chuang were led by the waiter to a pier. A medium-sized cruise ship was parked on the dock. Sir, this is it. This is our largest gambling boat here, and it has everything on it. Just getting on the boat requires a ticket of 5 grams of gold per person. Of course, it is only a small amount for you, sir. The waiter said with a smile. Wang Ran nodded, ignored the waiter, and led the two girls towards the cruise. On the shore, a red-eyed zombie and a fifth-level awakened stood there on the left and right. Seeing Wang Ran coming, the awakened directly stretched out his hand. The meaning of this is obvious, it is to charge the ticket money. Wang Ran broke off a small piece of gold and threw it away. The awakened shook his head and nodded in satisfaction. With 3 grams more, he can find a good-looking female zombie tonight. Wang Ran took the two girls onto the boat. As soon as you go up, a waiter immediately greets you. Sir, ma'am, what would you like to play? We have all kinds of entertainment on board. The waiter asked very politely. Let's go to the casino first. Wang Ran said lightly. Anyway, if you have money, just have fun. Under the guidance of the waiter, Wang Ran and the three entered the cabin. As soon as you enter, it is a very large casino with a lot of people inside. At first glance, there are at least 200 or 300 zombies and humans inside. Wow, uncle, it's so lively. Tang Tang suddenly became excited. Lin Chuang also looked at it blankly. This scene is similar to the movie. Everyone, please enjoy yourself. If you need it, you can always find the waiter inside. The waiter who led the way backed out. Uncle, give me the money. I'm going to try my luck. Tang Tang said eagerly. Wang Ran took out 2 gold bars from his backpack and distributed them to Tang Tang and Lin Chuang. This one has 200 grams, don't lose too fast. Wang Ran ordered. I know, uncle. Sister Lin Chuang, let's go and see the roulette. Tang Tang pulled Lin Chuang to a corner. Wang Ran smiled, put a gold bar in his hand, and found a table casually. Behind him, many eyes fell on Wang Ran. They saw the act of taking out the gold bars from his bag just now. This is a big fish. This, how do you play? Wang Ran sat at the table and asked. Dice, simple, you can only buy the size. Introduced by the female dealer. The dice here are not so complicated, simple and straightforward. Okay, then I'll buy a bigger one. Wang Ran threw the gold bar directly on the table. What? The female dealer and the other players around were all shocked. This gold bar needs 200 or 300 grams. Did you just arbitrarily put it on? How embarrassing is this? The female croupier picked up the gold bar and tested it, and her expression became solemn. This gold bar is real, a full 200 grams. You must know that there is a limit to the daily losses of their dealers, and if they do, they will be punished. It seems that we can only rely on technology as much as possible. Wang Ran's huge bet instantly attracted the attention of the surrounding players, and many people came to this table to place bets. Most people choose to sing the opposite of Wang Ran. After all, they are also afraid that the casino will take all. The female croupier settled down and started rolling the dice. As a second-level awakener, she still has a little skill in this regard. Although there is no guarantee that you will get the desired number of points every time, it is still possible to control the size as much as possible. After shaking for a while, the female dealer put down the dice cup. This time, it should be almost certain. After the dice cup landed, several players made up their bets. Buy and leave. With the female croupier's order, the betting stopped. All eyes were on the dice. They wanted to see if Wang Ran would win. Beads of sweat began to form on the female dealer's forehead, and her fingers began to tremble slightly. The dice cup is slowly opened. 1 2 4, 7 o'clock, little. The female croupier breathed a sigh of relief. Life saved. Ha ha ha, earning, this earns me 5 grams of gold. I earn 10 grams, and I can play the top card awakened at night. This is really a bonus, everyone wins, and everyone loses. The other players are all excited. Such exciting things have not appeared on this ship for a long time. If you lose 200 grams at a time, this person is really miserable. Yeah, 200 grams can live like an emperor for a month here. Tisk tisk tisk. For Wang Ran, others responded with sympathy. It's hard for anyone to accept this. Wang Ran smiled. Isn't it just a gold bar? There are dozens of them in his backpack. Besides, the one just now, Wang Ran was just exploring the way. Wang Ran didn't care about this small amount of money. From the situation of shaking the dice just now, Wang Ran basically understood the sound of the dice colliding in the dice cup. With just a few more tries, he can master the ability to listen to the dice. No way, the hearing of the top awakened is so powerful. Press 2 this time. Wang Ran took out 2 gold bars with a calm expression and threw them in the big position. Sir, do you really want to press like this? The female dealer's voice trembled. She was already under a lot of pressure from the one just now. Who would have thought that Wang Ran would double it this time? It's really life-threatening. This scumbag, shouldn't he take a fancy to himself? The female croupier felt uneasy for a while. If you are looking at yourself, there is no need to be so reckless. Give 10 grams and you can go with you. It seems that I have to find an opportunity to hint. Just press it, it's fine. Wang Ran said lightly. It was just 2 gold bars, and when he figured out the rules of the dice cup, he would soon be able to earn it back. Sir, you will lose money by playing like this. If you want to have fun, there is a cabin below, I can accompany you and do anything to me. The female dealer gave Wang Ran a wink.